Hi, I'm Matt, and welcome to this episode. Now, I'm going to give you an early heads up. This is going to be a long episode, so if you are not interested in why I started this channel and what's coming for this channel in the future and some history behind it and myself, then frankly, go and hit the back button. This video isn't the one for you. However, if you would like to, maybe you've subscribed and you would like to understand why I started this channel, a little bit more about myself, and what the future is for this channel, then grab yourself a cuppa, sit back, and let's go and dig a little bit deeper. So, you are going to find out quite a little bit more about me. So let's start off with the basics. Number one, I don't watch TV. Okay, I haven't done for years. There are a few special exceptions, like Lucifer, for example, fantastic series, and maybe the Grand Tour as well. Those guys are great. But in short, general, I don't watch TV. Now, after getting into RC models and early this year, I completely overdosed on YouTube videos, and I mean it. I consumed the lot, and I mean the lot. Even Sir Andrew Newton's diving videos as well. Flight test, watched them all. I watched them all. All RC model reviews, X-Jet, yep, watched them all. I literally mean I've watched them all. Now, I then quickly, after consuming that amount of video content, I quickly determined that there was not enough quality content to watch on RC models, nor was the frequency of the new content fast enough for my personal ferocious appetite to consume YouTube videos. So I decided to step up and start sharing my adventures with RC Flying Wings, which then turned into Daily Mail episodes and also the Daily RC Coffee Chat, and well, everything which you now see in over 400 episodes. But there is a second angle and as well, which to explain this, you need to know more about me. So I have prepared this Google Doc in the background. I'm using this as for my notes because there are a lot of topics for me to cover. That's why I said grab yourself a cuppa, because we are going to need it. Right, about me. My name's Matt. I'm sure you've met me before in many of the other videos. Now, the thing to know about myself is that I actually run two online businesses. One of those is an e-commerce education website where I make video tutorials to help small to medium-sized businesses put systems and processes in place to improve their businesses. So basically, I'm a teacher. Now, that's what I tell my parents, and this is where I get my ability to create ad hoc video content smoothly and quickly, because I've had over 4 years of experience of doing this, including a weekly live webinar which we run too. The other business which I run is a SaaS product, so that's software as a service, and that's a tool to help eBay sellers. And just because the way which I'm wired, I'm also working on a second, third, fourth, probably a fifth tool as well. Now, I tell my parents that I am a teacher and a software developer. But unlike, say, a school or a university where the classroom is very small, I have the ability now to help thousands of people from all across the world. And I personally find that extremely satisfying. So that's what I tell my parents, and I really do mean that. It is 100% very satisfying to help someone like you, whether you're like a small to medium-sized business owner, or in this instance, have some fun with some RC models. Now, in short, both of these businesses meet my personal requirement that they are scalable and still operate while I'm doing other things. So, for example, outfly model airplanes. Now, both of those two businesses do have numerous members of staff which help manage those businesses on a daily basis. Now, remember that, staff and scalable, okay? YouTube is scalable. I can create one episode and it can go on to potentially thousands or millions of people over a period of time. Staff is a slightly different topic. I I would like to employ someone full time to help with the video editing. I don't know if that's ever going to become a reality, but we will get onto the topic about money in literally one section's time. So let's get ourselves back to the Rag the Nuts Off channel. Now, in that weekly webinar which I run, which is live, that we put this slide up, and I'm going to put a slide up on your screen, and I don't even need to see that because I've read it 100 times or more. And that slide says, entrepreneurship is living a few years of your life like most people won't, so that you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't. My point is that 99% of you watching this video will never go to the extremes that I will go to as an entrepreneur. Now, those of you which run your own business or have run your own business in the past, you'll fully appreciate the relentless amount of effort, energy, and enthusiasm which is required to run one business, let alone two businesses. Now, I have personally said to the e-commerce community that I also work with, and now again, I'm just going to leave these edits in, which is that I've known for a long time that setting up a successful YouTube account is piss easy. Okay, I'm giving you the blunt answers or the blunt insight to this. Basically, the process is really simple. You turn up every single day and you be yourself. But for fuck's sake, turn up every day. Okay, that's the simple rule to success on YouTube. Be yourself and turn up. This is where the Rag the Nuts Off channel comes in. This completely started by accident through my own requirements. And since starting it a couple of months ago, it's progressed into everything which we can see today. So for clarification, that is a daily RC coffee chat, mail opening episodes, some fun with some RC models, some ad hoc tutorials and product reviews, and ultimately me being me and sharing my experiences with RC models, which are just mostly flying wings. Now, we need to bring ourselves onto the topic of money. As many of you are probably aware, I'm well funded. Okay, I'm an entrepreneur who runs two successful businesses focused on helping people. That is the best way to start and run any business, which is to just focus on your customer and help them. Okay, you can never go wrong. My personal experience is you can never go wrong with following that approach. Find a need, fill a need. I'm sure you've seen that little robot film. Very good. He was absolutely right. So I don't drink. I gave up drinking many years ago now. Four and a half years ago, and took up coffee instead. But I don't go and get pissed every night. Okay, and mainly because I couldn't handle the hangovers anymore. Again, you try running two or more businesses, and I can tell you need to be on the ball 100% of the time. And yeah, while I vape currently, okay, I don't smoke, and I came into this RC hobby back in March of 2016, so only a very short period of time ago. And as we all know, blowing some cash on RC models can be very easily done, and it's rather addictive. So, several months ago, I decided to take the Rag the Nuts Off channel to take this channel more seriously. So, I put a fair amount of budget aside to fund this channel while it became self-sustaining. Now, this is the key point for you to take away from this video, is that my goal here is to make this channel self-sustaining. So the route which I'm going to be taking is the affiliate marketing route. Now, for this, I'm going to assume that you have no prior knowledge of affiliate marketing or what it is, so you're going to have to bear with me if you already know how this process works. So, in short, companies like Banggood, Gearbest, eBay, Amazon, all of the high street brands which you can think of run affiliate or partner programs. So that means is that if you click on a link which has a tracking code in it, then I have the potential to profit from that purchase. So let's use a real example. Let's say that we've got an OSD board which costs, say, $10. if you click on a link from one of my videos and then go on to purchase it, the standard commission rate on a Banggood referred purchase is 6%. So the amount towards the channel would be 60 cents. Okay, $10 turns into 6%, which is 60 cents or pence, depends which currency you're working in. Now, this isn't paid immediately. Nearly all affiliate programs have some form of lag in them. This could be a couple of days to a couple of months. Now, with Banggood, for example, it's 90 days or 3 months. Now, this is where I've seen a consistent increase in the referrals from numerous sites, not just Banggood, several others as well, to the point that it has the potential to make this YouTube channel self-sustaining. Okay, within another 6 to 8 months of very, and I'd like to stress this, very hard graph. Now, there are other high-profile YouTube accounts in the RC arena which also take the same approach. I guesstimate that some of these channels are producing serious amounts of revenue from their videos. But also, I would like to stress, keep in the back of your mind that the epic, and I can tell you first-hand experience on this, you've seen how much video content I've created, and that's only just the tip of the iceberg when you see how many other video tutorials I've created for Magento and other e-commerce software platforms. It's the amount of work, the pre-planning, okay, to create vast arrays of well-structured, informative video content takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of energy. Also, if you think YouTube ads are a viable revenue source, think again. It's shockingly bad, okay? You need a massive audience for them to be effective. And also, frankly speaking, I hate adverts on YouTube, okay? You know, the ones which pop up in the middle, they drive me bonkers. That's why you can only see YouTube ads in only 4 of my videos, where I've specifically chosen music tracks which have adverts attached to them. And also it's worth noting that my YouTube account is set up to specifically block the addition of adverts in my video episodes as well. Now, other channels may offer Patreon, which is a way of their subscribers, people like you, to support their channels, or they use a combination of all of these options. For me, I'm choosing the affiliate route. Okay, I may later decide to take some other different avenues, but for me, the affiliate route seems the right one for this channel. So it's time for us to summarize what we've been and learned so far. And if you're still with me, thank you for hanging around. That just shows commitment from yourself. And I'd just like to, before we even get to the summary, just to say thank you. So it's time for us to wrap up now. So in summary, I started this channel by accident, just through my own lust for RC related video content. I originally didn't intend for this channel to become a project where I would turn up every single day and create video content. I had always envisaged that I would do this at some point, and it all just kind of happened by accident. But I found a topic which I could comfortably talk about for a year or more and have some fun while I was at it. I wanted daily RC content that I couldn't just find elsewhere. Literally, I've subscribed to goodness knows how many RC related channels, and they just couldn't keep up. They were just not creating the amount of content which I could consume in one day. And to me, it felt like someone had to stand up and take a lead. So I took that lead and started running blindly forwards. Maybe that was just the entrepreneurial streak in me, or maybe it's just the part which just thought, fuck it, let's do it and see what happens. Now, remember that phrase, because that's one of the things how I'm wired. Okay, there's a special phrase in a few moments' time. You will notice the term project. I've used the term project a few times during this episode. For me, the original plan was to run this channel for a year. We are now a couple of months in, but I cannot second guess myself what's going to happen in many, many months' time. I may decide to stop producing video content. on YouTube on the topic of RC. But like I said, I cannot second guess myself on this for many months in advance. But I can assure you that I am having a lot of fun doing this, and as long as I'm having fun, that is the main thing. Also, I will never apologize for how I'm wired. Part of that wiring is for me to share things which I learn. Okay, that's straightforward. So that's going back to that teacher part. Teachers are people who share, who communicate their experience and their knowledge and their insights to others. I will never apologize for sharing things which I have learned along my journeys. Now, with that in mind, I will be sharing parts of the things which I've learned in the creation and the building of this YouTube channel with those e-commerce business owners who do run their own businesses in one of the other businesses which I own. Now, it's not going to be specific details like Dave said this or Andy said that, okay? It's more like the processes, the approaches which I've taken, the things which worked, the things which just completely flopped, and just some of the fun which I've had along the way, so that they are able to learn from my experiences to expedite their own success. Now, everything which I do, I work to a very simple model, which is, number one, it can't be that hard, can it? And number two, fuck it, let's go and do it. Okay, that is my whole approach on life. It can't be that hard, can it? And basically, fuck it, let's go and do this, okay? And I mean that. That's how I learned to fly model airplanes very, very quickly. You've seen some of the stuff which I'll pull off in models. Sometimes I make mistakes, but I learned to fly that far off the ground. You're normally taught to fly 2.5 mistakes high in the sky. No, I flew that high off the ground. I flew hard, I flew low, and I flew fast. And I can tell you, sometimes I went home with models in many, many pieces, but I learnt fast, okay? Because it can't be that hard, can it? Fuck it. Let's go and give it a whirl. So, this channel will continue to have a commercial side mixed into it in different places. Now, this channel through affiliate marketing and referrals will have the ability to personally make me money, okay? Money that I have already started the process of reinvesting into the channel. Okay, now I'd like to stress that it has a very, very, very long way to become self-sustaining. Okay, come on, look, you've seen the amount of stuff which I've been buying lately. It's going to take quite a while. Now think of this as like a flywheel, okay, on a car. It's taken an epic amount of time, effort, money, and just blunt enthusiasm to get this wheel turning, okay? Now, it started spinning, and it's starting to spin with a reduced financial input from myself, okay? And given time, it will spin by itself. Now, I am an entrepreneur. I have fun making these episodes. I make screw-ups. Come on, I've landed in the odd couple of trees, okay, and I've had more unscheduled landings than most experienced pilots would have in a decade. This is the beauty of YouTube, and I genuinely do mean that. This is the beauty of YouTube. It's proving everything which I already knew. Turn up, be yourself, nothing more, nothing less. You just can't hide with YouTube. This is me. This is who I am. This is what I do, and I have fun, and I share it on YouTube. Now, I've started to meet some fantastic people just like you from all across the world. We sit down, we enjoy a coffee every morning. We have a laugh at some of my epic fuck-ups, and we have a good old chit-chat over on FaceBalls. You can continue to support this channel by using any of the affiliate links which are in the video descriptions. That is, of course, a decision which I leave to you. I sincerely hope that you appreciate my honesty and the manner in which I've been approached this topic. And that you've enjoyed the insight to what my background is and at least now have an understanding now where or how this channel started and what my intentions are over the forthcoming months. So any feedback, good, bad or ugly, I would 100% appreciate your feelings and your thoughts. So you can do that in the comment section underneath this video. So for it's time for me to go. Thank you ever so much for taking the time to watch this episode. And from myself, Matt, I do really appreciate you joining me for this episode, and I hope that you've found the insight into the backgrounds and how this channel has started and where we're heading in the future has helped you. So with that said, for myself, Matt, cheerios!